Vanessa Wood is a young woman who is trapped. The small town of Buena Vista is rife with drug problems. At 24, Wood has already discovered that in such a small town, the drug lifestyle is hard to escape.
I was probably about 9 when my sister started, going out with boys and stuff like that, and I kind of followed in behind her, running off with her and doing stupid things all the time.
By the time she was an early teen, Wood says she had started using drugs. Her older sister was a big reason that she fell into the wrong crowd.
She was around it, and she pulled, I was around it with her. I was hanging out with her, so that introduced me to it. I think she did it like once or twice, didn't really like it, and I continued to. And I was so young and naive at the time that I thought it was fun and the thing to do.
Wood became pregnant when she was 15. Too embarrassed to face her fellow students, she dropped out of high school. She now has 3 children, all by different fathers. 2 live with her mother in Buena Vista. The 3rd lives with his father in Roanoke. To her children, she says this:
I'm so sorry that I let them down. I miss them very much. I want to change and do the right thing and be their mom. And be there for them like I should be, like my mom was for me.
It's hard to kick a drug habit, especially in a small town. Wood says she was escaped for a while, spent time with her family, especially her older brother, only to be pulled back in.
There was times where I was hanging out with certain people where, every day we were using, and then there was some where, I just went back home to my family and stayed off of them for a while. So it was kind of like binges, I guess.
While on probation for her first drug possession charge, Wood tried to steal clothes and Christmas gifts from the local Walmart.
I was 7 months pregnant at the time. I took a MP3 player I was going to get for my son for Christmas because at that time, I didn't have a job, I didn't have any money. My boyfriend was locked up at the time.
In small towns, everyone knows one another. People with drug problems who want to get out for a while can sometimes be successful, as Wood has done, only to be pulled back in by people they know. Wood was able to wean herself off opiates, only to be pulled back in by old friends.
Well, the main drug that I got addicted to, that I seen where I was addicted so badly that I needed to stop, was opiates, and it was harder than what I thought, and I had to wean myself off of it because I was using it on a daily basis for a year.
Addicts often feel obliged to help their friends, mainly buying and selling drugs for one another. Wood began selling drugs a few years ago, but by her own admission, it was mostly to people that she knew.
Just a few years ago, it wasn't like I was everyday dealing. It was just me using and then hanging out with people. I had a connection and I would go and I would help someone else out.
Chris Russell, the Commonwealth's attorney in Buena Vista, describes Wood's most recent arrest as the result of poor choices, bad friends, and unfortunate circumstances.
Vanessa Wood, she also made a bad choice, in my opinion, not in a boyfriend but in a friend, and was spending time with another woman who I prosecuted this year for selling drugs, Deanna Watts. Vanessa Wood was kind of a long further ride because it came out that some supplier did not trust Deanna Watts, and so she asked her friend Vanessa to go with her to go into a house where the supplier had these pills and bring them out to where she was with the police informant. If she had made better choices in who she spent time with, it might have been a different story.
Wood says her arrest and time in jail have made her realize that she needs to change her life. She knows the dramatic impact that her actions have had, and she says she is now determined to escape the lifestyle she's led for the last 15 years.
I'm so worried, about my family. I was really careless when I was out there, and responsibility was my biggest issue. I didn't take responsibility of anything really, because I was high.
Once she's released from jail, Wood says she plans to move to Louisiana to live with her brother. She hopes that by distancing herself from the negative influences in Buena Vista, she will be able to move on to a happier, drug-free future. Wood says she wants to take substance abuse classes. She also wants to go to school and study journalism or cosmetology. For the preliminary hearing, I'm Alex St. Laurent.